Hello, juniors. This is Dr. Anderson. Everyone calls me Dr. A, and I am so excited that we are going to be in Comm 3 together. I personally think that Comm 3 is the most important class in your entire high school career, and I can tell you why. First off, you are going to want to be someone who can wield words. It's something that I do both verbally and in writing, and it's something you're going to want to be able to do because at some point in your life, when you are done with high school, you are going to want to convince somebody of something. I mean, maybe it's just to go out with you on a date. Maybe it's to give you a better work schedule, or maybe it's to have someone give you a raise. So this class is going to help you with the tools that will get you what you want and to help you wield words. You're probably wondering, well, why does Dr. A think she wields words well? I think it's because I had a lot of practice as an attorney for 8 years before I ever became a high school teacher. I was born in Portland, but I was raised here in Hermiston, and this is a goofy picture of me in pigtails from back in the day. Probably figured out that it took me a really long time to figure out what I wanted to be when I grew up. So here was a path I took. First, I graduated from this very high school, Hermiston High School. And no, I won't tell you how long ago that was. It was a long time ago. Then I went to Whitman College in Walla Walla, and I was a theater major. And then eventually I went to law school. I went and graduated with my JD, a Juris Doctorate, that's where the doctor part comes from, in St. Louis, Missouri at the Washington University School of Law. I have lived in Seattle. I've lived in Los Angeles. I spent a whole lot of time in St. Louis, and I'm back here because I have my family and my really adorable nieces and nephews. We get to read the amazing novel by Zora Neale Hurston called Their Eyes Were Watching God. And as you read it, you're going to have the following question.
What's with this pale tree?
One lesson my students always really like is one called How to Get to the Second Date. It's all about wielding words, people, so tune in for that. My passion in life is theater, and I get to teach theater class here at Hermiston High School, and I also direct the play and the musical every year, so you are always going to hear about those from me. I can't wait to meet you. I can't wait to have students involved in my classes, and I'm just going to sign off with a little bit of how I was trying to deal with the pandemic. See you soon. Bye.